a gorgeous platter of delicate and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Tonight, you must replicate the taste and look of these hors d'oeuvres exactly.
I want to have a catering company, and hors d'oeuvres are a huge part of that business. But hors d'oeuvres are so intricate, a lot to get done.
These hors d'oeuvres look absolutely complicated. They're stunning. They're beautiful, they're tiny, and they look difficult to make. They're quite delicate.
We have 5 varieties of hors d'oeuvres, 3 pieces each, which means 15 hors d'oeuvres.
This is probably the hardest challenge ever.
Oh boy.
Well, for me, it has to start off with the pork tenderloin Wellington because I want to slather it with the Hellmann's mayonnaise and get it in the oven.
So instead of searing, you can actually use the mayonnaise to lock in the moisture.
Exactly.
Get the mayo on it, put a little more flour on it. Not a ton, just a smidge. I guess you could say that I'm a bit of a control freak sometimes.
Matthew put Jeremy with Mary because he thought Jeremy would drag Mary down.
Just flour your hands up nice, because you got hot hands, man. I'm sorry if I'm being a stinker.
It's okay. I don't care if she tells me what to do. I'm gonna work hard, just like I always do.
Look at you go, like a wizard. $3.75 is that size.
Okay, we have to cut up our vegetables now.
Where's the ring molds at?
Get the little, like, one that's like about this big, like a loony.
It looks like all the pork Wellington is in the oven, so now everyone is starting to beat.
Oh, I love it. So good.
Switch!
Tag, tag, tag.
Go, go. Go.
Tag, tag, tag.
Oh, good tag.
Okay, what next?
Okay, what do we need to do? The switching is the worst thing ever.
Potatoes and beets?
Yeah, okay, dude. Just let me think for a sec, okay?
You don't really know, like, what's on the stove, what's in the oven.
This is insane.
Do you know how many rounds that you're gonna need?
Yeah, I need 9. This is 9.
Clean off that cutting board. Put that all in the bowl. That's why I put it there for us. April Lee likes to be clean and neat. Clear off a spot.
On to what?
I cook in complete chaos.
April Lee seems to be telling Veronica what to do now.
Veronica, just keep focused. Focus and organize.
I'm getting the beets out.
Yep.
Ooh, they're babies. Ooh, they're little.
It's okay. It's bite size, remember?
Bite size.
We're good, we're good.
Jeremy and I are not going home today. I think Terry's going home today. Sorry, Terry. Oh, he's actually pissed.
You hear what Mary said?
You know what?
I'm going home tonight. Let's go.
Please. Terry is angry, and you don't want to make Terry angry.
Oh, shit. I don't like that I said that. Now I'm all nervous.
I'll tell you, I think she's awakened the sleeping giant.
Just focus. Just focus on what we're doing. And let's get that tweel going, okay?
So, twirl butter?
Let's rock and roll with that tweel.
The hardest thing in this hors d'oeuvre platter to make is definitely the tweel for the halibut ceviche. You have to make the batter, use the stencil, use the proper offset spatula so you get that right thickness to it.
You need 3, so do one more on the last empty spot.
Look, April Lee, she's making the trails right now. You can see holes, they're way too thin.
Go, 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 into this oven. 6 minutes.
She's not going to be able to fold that into cones. What do you think?
Not a chance.
Okay.
Something's beeping, and it's either this one or that one.
It is that one.
I would check on the tweels. The tweel dough can be temperamental. Your hands are gonna hurt, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You have to form them while they're still hot. Are your hands okay?
It burns, but I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I think Jeremy's actually had a bit of a calming influence on Mary.
Beautiful. That looks so good.
Should we start on the beef or no?
Yeah.
Nice.
The next edamame?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Terry and Sean seem to be preparing the edamame puree for the Asian seared beef.
Sean, we can do this. Let's go. I'm worried about time. And I know that Sean's edamame puree is taking a long time. Want to use the spatula first around and see if that goes.
Yeah.
Use a spatula around.
I think Terry's sweating more standing on the sidelines than he is when he's on the stove.
You think this might be the end of this little bromance he's having with Sean?
Sean, come on.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Huh? Where are you going?
I'm from Alberta. I'm the meat girl.
She's getting a cast iron pan. That's a brilliant idea.
I know how to cook beef.
You're killing it.
Looks like April and Veronica are getting along very well right now.
You're my new best friend.
You have 15 minutes left.
Get the mayo. Mayo's over here.
I mean, there's a lot of multitasking going on right now. They have unfinished hors d'oeuvres, dressings to finish off, sauces to taste.
Don't spill it, don't spill it. You're gonna touch it.
Switch!
Go, 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 go.
You should be starting to plate.
Let's go. Let's start on the beef.
I'm strong with plating. Making a zillion appetizers in 90 minutes is kind of terrifying, so that's super fun.
Killing it, Mary.
Let's go the sauce.
There's a lot to do and not that much time to do it.
Switch!
Shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You need to stop those. You need to stop those beats.
The clock is ticking down. This is complete chaos.
Oh my gosh, my hands are shaking.
Just one leaf each. Beautiful.
Smooth like a surgeon, buddy.
I am overwhelmed by all the little bitty hors d'oeuvres here. Hors d'oeuvres require attention to detail.
Switch!
Here, take this.
Switch!
Go, go, go. Take that, take that. Okay.
This last home cook needs to finish all of the plating.
1 minute!
Yeah, next.
Beats?
Beats.
Come on, Veronica.
Stakes couldn't get much higher because this is ending and one of them going home.
Everything looking good, Sean?
Just cleaning up.
10, 9,
Let's go, Mary.
8,
And check those dots at the very end, too. Think about if you even have 10 seconds.
4,
Keep going, Sean.
3, 2, 1, hands up!
Mary and Jeremy, please bring up your platter.
I want to show the judges that two really, really different home cooks can put together a beautiful plate of hors d'oeuvres.
Are you pleased with the way your platter turned out?
We both touched every single hors d'oeuvre on that plate, so I think we're both happy with it.
Taking a look at the beets, they look much smaller than the one that we had showed you. I think you may have used the wrong cutter. Lovely flavor, but half the size, which is a little disappointing. The spoon. The beef, absolutely delicious. The dressing on it, the hoisin, the soy, a little bit of acidity there, has a nice little sticky glaze to it. Lovely contrast.
Pork Wellington.
Pork Wellington.
The meat is perfectly cooked. Very moist. The topping, cut perfectly, provides crunch, some freshness into the Wellington.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Out of all of these hors d'oeuvres, the most difficult is the cornets. Ceviche has to be cured properly, and the cornet has to be crispy enough. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
I just love the flavors of the juice coming from the citrus and the crunchy tuile. This proves to me why you both deserve to be where you are right now.
Thank you, chef.
This is a really fantastic dish.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
I feel great. I feel like both of us did a great job.
There are 6 elements on my plate. One of the elements is black olive, pistachio, dark chocolate bread. I have to get that bread made because from start to finish, it takes an hour.
Hi there, Lynn.
Hi, chef.
Can you walk me through each component of your dessert, please?
I have pistachio brittle. My mom cooks brittle, and she puts it in tins, and that's what people want for Christmas.
Wow.
I also have a mascarpone mousse. This is an olive oil savory bread. We all love bread. French people love bread, right? Yeah. It's true. I'm making glazed apricots, and that will be served alongside Chateau de Bourgogne.
Sounds like you've got a lot to deal with.
Yes, chef.
And if there's anyone who can pull it off, I'm going to guess it's going to be you, Lynn.
Thank you, chef.
I see nothing on the plate. But Lynn is almost finished.
You got it.
Oh my God, he's still running around.
Lynn is already finished.
1 minute, you have 1 minute left. He's still got to put his meringue on. It's going to be within seconds if he pulls this off.
You can do it, Dad!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Wow. The last dish. Win or lose, I'm happy with myself.
I'm this close to the title of MasterChef Canada.
Lynn, please bring up your dish.
My dessert's a plate on a cheese plate. It has homemade chocolate olive bread, pistachio brittle, a mascarpone mousse, candied apricots, and my favorite cheese, Chateau de Bourgogne.
Well, then, this is an intelligent dessert. The chocolate bread with the pistachio and the olive goes very nicely with that salty cheese. And the apricot, that's delicious. This is a plate I would like to share with my friends.
Lynn, the mascarpone mousse. Mascarpone can be extremely rich and heavy, but you were able to present it in a way that delivered a featheriness to it. My only comment would be the brittle, because that was the sweetest element. I felt it was a little bit of the odd man out. But everything else was really very, very good.
Lynn, you've done something very, very rare on this cheese board. You've mixed two ingredients that work so beautifully together. The olives and the chocolate. It's actually one of the most memorable things I've had in the entire competition. I would serve that in my restaurant any day.
Over on the red team, Tamara continues to adjust the flavors on the samosa filling.
I need you to taste this. It's hot, Polly. Oh,
I'm starting to feel a little bit better about the samosa. There's a little ray of sunshine, I hope. Those are delicious.
30 minutes left. 30 minutes before you present your first dish. You should be thinking about final details, presentation, garnish. Have you got it?
Yes, yes, yes.
The blue team's first canape, tuna tartare, has a crispy wonton base.
Danielle.
But the team cannot agree on the seasoning.
Why aren't we seasoning these?
We've got the seasoning in the fish.
It's a piece of crispy nothing. The wontons come out of the fryer, and they don't get seasoning. Some seasoning, something.
The seasoning is in the fish. You don't want to take it away from the fish.
Salt and pepper, it's exactly what we needed.
We're not going to salt them because the seasoning that's going on the tartare is really going to shine through.
What's your worry?
Meanwhile, the red team is having trouble with the creme fraiche for their caviar and endive canapes.
So what have we got here?
It's a creme fraiche with a lemon zest, seasoning, dill.
That is too thin. It'll dribble and get over people's clothes and be a complete mess.
Okay, how are we fixing that then? Yogurt? Greek yogurt. Let's get moving. Come on, you guys. Carly, let's just get it going because we are out of time.
As the teams scramble to plate their canapes, the Thompson Landry Gallery is filling up with hungry art patrons.
Watch out, guys. Behind. If it needs to be done, it needs to be done now.
You have 15 minutes left.
How long?
Your 2 service team members have to leave the kitchen now.
Go,
All right,
go.
Get 'em.
Okay, guys, let's go.
These cakes need to go in the fridge.
Go.
And 15 minutes till you have to present your first canape.
Yes. We need production stat.
The red team is struggling with their plating, while the blue team is nearly done.
Good evening.
Right now, I'm feeling great. I mean, we executed everything. Our dishes look great. They taste great. I think we've got this one in the bag.
Way to go, blue team.
Final 2 minutes. Things will be coming out of this kitchen in 2 minutes. Come on. Go.
With mere moments to spare,
Go.
blue team servers are out the door with their cold canape tuna tartare on a crispy wonton.
Julie, stop those tomatoes. Come on over, Rover.
Come on, red team. You have 1 minute left. Come on.
I like it presentation-wise. Simple, eye-pleasing, easy to eat.
There's nothing in it that pops out. There's no ginger. The dressing is very flat, very under-seasoned.
I think it needs some freshness.
Some fresh herbs in there.
What it does have is the wonton wrapper has a good crunch to it.
I hit the judges first, okay?
Although the red team is late coming out, they're hoping their cold canape with caviar and creme fraiche will get a good reaction.
So we've got a little endive boat. That's a crispy shallot. We really wanted to highlight the caviar here.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I liked it. I'm not a huge endive fan, but worked well with the caviar, the bitterness versus the salt.
The presentation, the rings like that, it's impressive. It's got volume, it's got texture.
This onion is so strong, it's going to overpower the caviar.
I think they were able to salvage the creme fraiche. It's not as runny.
Okay, let's get those scallops out of the fridge.
Back in the kitchen, the blue team's hot canape is almost ready to go.
Scallops, tartar, 1 flour in each.
It's a play on fish and chips, seared scallops on a purple potato chip.
Excuse me? Thank you so very much.
This one was the most representative of the artwork that they're supposed to get inspired by.
And the judges agree.
This is the best looking order so far for me.
I thought the sea scallop was cooked nicely, and the potato was good and crisp. That works.
Because the food must keep on rolling out, the pressure in the kitchen does not let up.
We gotta get our butts in gear.
Let's go. Let's start plating right now, guys. Start plating.
And the red team is catching up.
We are a hot mess, but guess what? This hot mess is putting out some good food.
But they unexpectedly run out of serving options for their hot canape.
Dora, what do you want the samosas on?
You just please make a choice.
The only vessel left is a small wine glass.
What do you think of this?
It's a little weird.
And in this challenge, presentation is as important as taste.
I cannot put a samosa inside a cup.
If it's inside, they have to reach their hands in.
Okay, yeah. And so I just start putting the cups upside down and plating them on top. That's perfect. It's an inside out, upside down samosa. They're gonna love it. It's innovative.
Inside out samosa on an upside down cup. And they are vegan?
That's fantastic.
This is the one that you were worried about.
I see big smiles everywhere.
That's my kind of dish. It's just balance. Cumin, coriander seed, chili. Everything is just working all together. It's all balanced.
Damn, it was good.
That is a restaurant quality dish.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey guys, I need a hand on this dessert.
With a final push, the sweet canapes from both teams are on their way.
We gotta get that last tray out, guys. Come on, push, push.
Blue team is serving a chocolate raspberry petit four. And the gallery patrons give it rave reviews.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Yeah.
It's delicious.
Sweetness perfect, very moist, perfectly done.
There's only one thing wrong with it. There's not enough of it. I need more of that. That's delicious.
And finally, the red team is presenting a spiced orange petit four.
The contrast of the orange and the chocolate, that's such a classic.
Yeah, that's a win. Really nice floral notes with the orange combo.
I like the fact they have some edible flowers on here. It's pretty.
It's a nice way to end a cocktail reception.
Sweet ending.
This cheese is unreal. Avonlea cheese is wrapped and then aged in the ground in PEI, so the minerals from the soil actually work their way in there. It smells like potatoes and also tastes like potatoes. For the first dish, I was thinking kind of like chips and dip. That's what the potatoes made me think of. So I'm making gougères. Gougères are like a savory cream puff. And then I have an idea, like broccoli and cheese, man. It's like so classic. So crispy cheddar and broccoli. And then I'm just gonna finish it off with a tarte tatin.
So to make a tarte tatin, you put apples into a good hot cast iron pan with butter and sugar and let them caramelize. Then the pastry crust goes on top and then into the oven for it to finish off baking.
Oh, right. For the broccoli and cheese, I've put in butter, breadcrumbs, and a whole bunch of the cheddar. And on top of that, I layer the broccolini.
I actually think the broccoli and cheese dish is the weakest link in Jennifer's lineup of 3 dishes.
Doesn't sound like it's ambitious enough.
This dish is like so simple, but I want to do something really kind of classic, but do it really, really well. I can smell the cheddar, so that's caramelizing. For the tarte tatin, I've added a bit of cheddar to my crust. It has like a nice brown on it. I feel hopeful.
Getting the tartin out of the mold can be quite tricky. That caramel is so thick, it can quite easily stick to the pan.
When I've made tarte tatin at home, I've never had like a perfect execution. Feels promising.
Jennifer is just about to flip her tarte tatin.
It's the moment of truth right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, some of the apples are actually sticking to the bottom of her pan.
I just want to fix this as fast as I can.
1 minute, you have 1 more minute. Get going, get going.
Josh hasn't even started plating. This is going to be so close.
What am I missing? Come on, let's go, let's go.
Holy heck.
That's good, that's good.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads up.
I know it's not up to me, but it sure would be cool if this were awesome enough to get me to the finale. I've made cheddar gougères, and I've made a crispy cheddar broccoli with some bacon, and a tarte tatin with a cheddar pastry.
Jennifer, you love cheese, don't you?
That is true, chef.
I like the concept. You took simple things and you added cheese to it. And this is a take, I guess, on cheese and broccoli, right?
Yes, chef.
Cook is perfect. You get that sweetness coming from the broccoli, and then you get that sharp hit from the cheese itself. You got the balance of flavor, the seasoning, it's right. Well done.
Thank you, chef.
I get to try your apple tatine. Let's see how this tatine cuts. That's a good sound. What I see is a nice light golden color on that pastry. It is very, very good. That apple has become so molten and soft, and there's enough of that savory cheese element that adds just a touch of saltiness to it. This is an excellent rendition of a classic French tatine.
Thank you, chef.
So tell me about these gougères.
I was trying to capture some of that potato-y flavor near the rind, so it's in the batter, and then I think chips are always best with dip, so it's just some spicy honey and some grapes and pine nuts.
The question here is there enough of that beautiful cheddar in your gougères?
I think so, chef.
I'm not too sure you really nailed it. But technically, these are very textbook. They're airy, they're light. I just want more of that cheese.
Okay. It doesn't feel like the bat flip level home run I have felt a couple other times in the kitchen, but it feels like I did a good job.
My dad loves green tea, and my mom loves chestnut cream. So I'm gonna mix the two together and make a matcha roll cake. It's decorated at the batter level, and I don't think the judges have ever seen anything like it. What I'm about to do is practically impossible in an hour. I'm not sure I can do it, but that's what my dad taught me to do. Shoot for the stars, try your hardest, and that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm not gonna play it safe. The judges have accused me of not cooking from the heart on numerous occasions, and I'm gonna prove them wrong.
I'm finally baking.
Terry,
Hi, chef.
look at that smile.
I know, I love baking, and it's great to have a baking challenge.
So tell me, how much inspiration are you getting right now from your sister?
Oh, I'm getting a lot of inspiration from my sister. She's also an amazing baker, and we bake a lot, and we baked these cheesecakes together before.
Cheesecake?
So, yeah, I'm making cheesecake 3 ways.
3 cheesecakes.
I am doing 3 cheesecakes.
In 60 minutes?
In 60 minutes, because I believe I have something to prove.
All right, I'm excited.
Thank you, chef.
The last 10 minutes, it's all about the finishing touches. It's the filling, it's the stuffing, it's the layering of the icing.
Mary right now has that laser beam focus.
I need to show the judges that I'm the best baker here.
I want the judges to see that even though I'm not much of a baker, that I can still hold my own. I'm gonna go with as many layers as I can. I want this cake to be really high. I don't want it to fall over.
It's cold! I got it! One of the most difficult Japanese desserts, and I executed it in an hour. April, you doing good? Oh, wow, that looks amazing. It's no Japanese roll cake.
Oh, freak. Look at Matthew. Boop, boop, boop.
I am super proud. I know my family would be super proud. I'm just hoping all the flavors are there. It's a Japanese matcha roll cake with the chestnut cream in the center.
It is impressive.
Thank you, chef.
I don't even know how to do these patterns myself, I'll be honest. I don't know how you pulled that off. It's extraordinary.
Thank you, chef.
There's a perfect balance between the chestnut cream and the green tea, and that white chocolate crunch. Outstanding.
Thank you, chef.
Extremely light, and the sponge is incredibly moist. Did you do anything to the sponge to make it so moist?
No, I just have a good recipe and the basil helped out.
Extraordinary presentation, technique. I can't find anything to fault on this. Thank you.
Thank you, chef. My dad would be ecstatic to see me now. He would be so proud.
The second home cook whose dish we'd like to taste tapped into their passion for baking and plated a beautiful dessert. Terry, please bring up your dish.
I am thinking about my sister as I walk up with my dish, because I know she's gonna be very proud of this moment. So I've got 3 different types of cheesecakes on the dish. I've got a raspberry cheesecake, a lemon cheesecake, and a milk chocolate cheesecake.
The presentation to me is absolutely beautiful. Between the simple piping, the tuxedo-dressed dipped strawberries, the feather work on top of the chocolate, a lot of different technique.
Yes, chef. I put all I had into this cheesecake.
It all comes down to taste, though, Terry.
Yes, chef, it does.
Terry, it has got that rich, creamy, but ever so ultra smooth filling. That crisp lemon just cleans it up nicely as you chew through it. And then you've got that wonderful crisp base to it.
Thank you, chef.
Your sister would be very proud.
That's nice.
Thank you, chef.
It's light, the crust is perfect, nice and crunchy. You got the nice ratio of crust and cream cheese. And of course, it looks good. Well done.
Thank you, chef. I feel on top of the world.
Well, Kayla stuck me with baked goods, so I'm actually gonna make some apple and beer-infused profiteroles with some caramelized apples on the side. Everything can go wrong. They're finicky as hell. This is a 60-plus minute dish. I gotta get going. I gotta speed some things up here.
Josh.
Chef.
So you were forced to make a dessert.
I was absolutely forced to make a dessert. That wouldn't be my go-to.
So what dessert are you making?
Basically, I'm doing beer and apple-infused profiteroles, caramelized onions, beer caramel topping it with a couple crunchy nuts for some texture. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it.
Well, sounds like you've got a lot to get done in a short time.
I sure do.
Good luck.
Thank you, chef.
You have 15 minutes left.
Good luck in there, boys.
Josh, come on up here.
I can smell the beer coming from my plate. It smells pretty good. It looks really good. I hope the judges agree.
What is this?
Profiteroles infused with the Alexander Keith's Cascade Hop Ale, filled with a goat cheese and mascarpone cream, surrounded by caramelized apples.
Wow. Kayla there didn't think you could make dessert.
I think that worked to my advantage today.
The flavors come together. Apple slightly underdone. Would have removed the peel, but well balanced. She's wrong.
Thank you, chef. I look up at Kayla. Her bomb did not land today.
That pork chop is calling my name, but I cooked meat twice, so I gotta show them that I can do something besides meat. So I'm gonna make cream cheese tarts. It's out of my comfort zone. Perfect, I'm liking it.
John, how are you?
Oh, good.
What's happening here?
What I'm making is 3 different Philly cream cheese tarts.
What's the toughest part of this dish for you?
Just kind of making it look pretty.
You think it's a smart idea?
I gotta really go for it, show you guys what I can do.
Good luck.
Fired up.
John, please bring your dish up.
Amazing. These tarts have a chance of winning the first mystery box. Well, what I got here is fabulous Philadelphia cream cheese tarts. One is a cherry and vanilla. In the middle, we have a nice lemon and a walnut maple blackberry.
We're very surprised. We would never think that you can come up with something so delicate and pretty. I like the sound of that crispy cracking of that phyllo.
Thank you, chef.
You know, John, They're beautiful. I like it for two reasons. First, everything comes together, and that's very important. Secondly, you know, I'm not a sweet guy, but the sweetness is perfect. Beautiful dish.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Three great flavors, each one rich, full, bright, and you've proven you can cook a great dessert.
Wow. Thank you.
The Nanaimo bar.
I've had one or two back in the day when I was a kid. Never really liked them.
That's right. The Nanaimo bar is the inspiration for the dessert that you'll be making today. We want you to elevate this everyday sweet by taking all the elements of the Nanaimo bar and reconstructing them.
I've never made a Nanaimo bar before. I have nowhere to even begin. I have no clue how to make them.
That's fine. I come from rural Alberta, and there's nothing better to do but bake and get fat.
So I think the Nanaimo bar offers a variety of options. What might you do, Claudio?
I would actually avoid baking anything right now at this point. I would use ladyfingers in this. I would layer it in a glass so you could actually see all the different layers.
So like a trifle?
Like a trifle.
Alvin, what about you?
I would do a fried custard because it looks like a bar and I'm utilizing the custard. Then I would try to do the coconut ice cream and then spread it with nuts, chocolate sauce. Very simple.
Today, I'm gonna hopefully impress my grandma, and I'm making deep fried Nanaimo bar pierogies. I'm here to the end, man. There's no way I'm going home.
Tamara.
Yes, chef.
Tell me what you're working on.
Today, I am making two types of deep fried pierogies.
And what kind of dough is that?
It's chocolate, cocoa.
You think this is the winning dish?
Absolutely, chef.
Suitable for a high-class restaurant?
I can guarantee it, chef. This is down to the final few, and this is when I want to really shine.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you.
Tamara.
Danielle chooses Nanaimo bars thinking that that would be the most difficult thing, but she doesn't know that I have these aces up my sleeve, and they're starting to come out. My grandma always makes pierogies, and she also always makes Nanaimo bars. I wanted to do a recreation of a Nanaimo bar into a pierogi form.
I like the texture. You got the chocolate inside, the coconut. Wow.
Presentation, it's lighthearted and fun. And the pierogies are good. You should be very proud.
Thanks, if she keeps pulling out dishes like she did today, she very well could be my competition.
I am making fancy ants on a log. A traditional ants on a log is you take a log of celery, you fill it with peanut butter, and then top it with raisins. It's a fun way to eat some vegetables. Growing up, this was a snack that I had in my school lunch, and I just didn't think there was anything cooler than ants on a log.
Jennifer.
Hello, chef.
Ants on a log. So how are you gonna make it great?
This version is with blue cheese, a celery juice vinaigrette, and corn poached eggs. I really want it to look like a bit of a sculptural art piece that you get to eat.
Okay, well, you have always inspired us and impressed us with your beautiful plating.
Thanks so much, chef.
Don't let those ants run loose, eh?
Okay. 100%, the hardest part of the appetizer for me is the celery.
I'm a little worried because it takes a lot of skill, which she has, to elevate such a humble vegetable as celery.
Because the backbone of this dish is celery, and Andre's is lobster, I have to allocate a lot of time and love and care into this celery to make it the best celery the judges have ever had.
If she can pull this thing off, she's gonna wow us.
Hey, okay.
Yeah! Celery looks good.
Thank you, thank you. We are moving. Time is the most important ingredient in this kitchen.
Jennifer, what's next?
I'm gonna make a blue cheese mousse.
Way to stay focused. You got it.
I still have to do so many other components. Almost. My brain is just in this mode.
Good job, Jennifer, good job.
5 minutes. You only have 5 minutes before the first course.
Both Andre and Jennifer right now are feeling the heat.
Everything has to be beautiful because this is such a simple dish. More salt. I want all of the bites to be perfect and all of the bites to be just a little different. Okay, here we go.
1 minute. 1 minute. Service is coming to pick up your dishes.
You got this. Come on.
Nice.
That looks amazing.
Wow.
Thanks, guys.
Looks fabulous.
Thank you.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Next is Jennifer's appetizer. Fancy ants on a log made of pork-poached figs, a celery brunoise, and a blue cheese mousse.
She has taken a very childlike dish and elevated it to restaurant quality. I look at it and I can't wait to tuck into it. It seems almost simple in the beginning, but once you taste it, you realize the complexity, the fine detail, and the finesse to it.
In there, you get so many complex textures. I get the crunch from the walnut and the celery. And then you have the blue cheese, full of flavor, but it's also balanced. It's very hard to balance blue cheese.
There's so many different juxtapositions happening on this plate. It's a really, really smart dish. I mean, this is the kind of dish that you could see in, may I say, a Michelin-starred restaurant. This is just spectacular.
When I tasted the lobster, I thought, how is a celery and blue cheese dish going to compete with a dish of Andre's caliber and quality?
Any ingredient in the right hands can be sensational.
To fill my pastry case, I'm making a lemon lavender cake, a chocolate cayenne tart, crepe cannoli with pistachio cream, Earl Grey tea cream puff, and blackberry basil millefeuille.
I don't want to get this too warm, otherwise it's not going to puff.
Now, we've done a millefeuille in a previous challenge, so I think Taya is leveraging her expertise because she won that challenge. Hopefully she'll pull out another millefeuille that matches, if not exceeds, that one.
I have the most experience in MasterChef Canada kitchen with baking. I'm feeling pretty confident that I might get this advantage.
Okay, let's see if this works.
Hey, Taya, how you doing?
You know, not as good as I was hoping.
What happened? What happened?
I was gonna make a pistachio cannoli. I got my dough ready, but I just don't have time.
Okay, so tell me, what's plan B?
I have extra tart shells, so I'm doing pistachio little tarts.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother you anymore. Good luck, you need it.
Thank you.
30 minutes! 30 minutes left!
I go to pull my cheesecake out of the oven, and it looks amazing. Thank God. This is gonna set me apart from the other home cooks.
That's awesome. Everything is a process. I've got my chocolate cakes. I've got the cups for my tarragon creme. I guess that's the end of that. Things are coming together.
I have grown a lot since the first cake I've made until today's. So I want to show the judges that I can make a cake that stands out.
Of course you did that.
Oh my goodness.
10 minutes! You have 10 minutes left!
Yes.
Come on.
Trevor is working on his creme brulee.
His top don't look brown enough. They may not be crispy. You know, raw sugar on creme brulee, nasty.
I am looking pretty damn good here. I just got a plate.
In savory cooking, plating is extremely important, but when it comes to desserts, you want that big, beautiful, spectacular finish.
I gotta bust my butt to get everything to that display case.
Look at Taya's cake. That looks like you're in a French bakery. Sensational.
That was close.
1 minute. Come on, fill those cases.
Behind you, Barry.
They're cutting it close.
Ooh, Trevor almost lost his creme brulees.
Get in there.
My heart's pounding out of my chest right now just watching them.
Jesus.
Come on, guys. All of you can do this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
That was intense. I can't believe we did it.
Barry's Patisserie features 5 desserts, including raspberry shortcakes, tarragon cream with passion fruit, and homemade chocolate bars. Taya's offerings include blackberry basil millefeuille, pistachio cream tarts, and a lavender lemon cake. Trevor's display case includes coffee liqueur creme brulee, pink peppercorn chocolate truffles, and a raspberry cheesecake.
So this is Barry's platter. I think it's got very eye-catching qualities to it.
So here we have the tarragon cream with passion fruit. That is the money. He created something really unique here. I've never had anything like that before.
I like the passion fruit cup. I like the sourness. It will be really nice to have that after a happy meal. Yeah, very refreshing.
I thought it had this really intense acidity and tarragon, and this was really interesting when you ate it.
Now, Barry said this would be his signature shortcake with the lemon cream and raspberry. Now, cutting into it, I see a problem already.
Yeah.
The shortbread's got a hole right in the middle. It's probably from the lack of resting the pastry properly.
The enemy of great is good, and this is good.
I think that for shortcake, a little drier than it could be. But other than that, it's very nicely executed.
I like about it because of raspberry.
Look at this chocolate, guys. Barry was excited about this. Look at that.
I like that. That, to me, is the business. The perfect balance of sponge and chocolate.
That ganache is to die for because it's light, it's velvety.
Overall, great performance.
There you go, boss. You enjoy that.
Hi, what would you like to have?
I want a chocolate.
So here we have Taya's dessert platter. I mean, if you look at all the different techniques, it's extraordinary.
I'm gonna serve the lavender lemon cake because it's probably the most colorful, the most inviting. Cake, moist, soft, lavender light. She did a great job.
Along with the buttercream, which I think is just simply divine.
Wow.
I really enjoyed the cake. I love lavender. To see it paired with lemon, it's amazing pairing. Like, you can't go wrong with it.
I thought the presentation of the cake was wonderful. The colors pop, so vibrant. So I think she did a wonderful job with it.
I'm going to try the millefeuille. You know, the problem with this pastry is, and it's simple, it has too much chew on it.
Yeah.
It is spongy, soggy.
Unfortunately, very undercooked. That's a very common mistake with millefeuille because you see the color, you think it's cooked, but it's not cooked inside, so sorry.
So I'm going to try Taya's pistachio tart. And remember, she had to change gears with this dessert. See what Plan B tastes like.
The pistachio cream is beautiful, nutty, creamy.
If that was Plan B, I can't imagine how good Plan A would have been.
She really honored the spirit of an eclectic French patisserie.
Here you go, partner.
Thank you.
No problem. Enjoy.
So here we have 5 different items from Trevor's Pink Patisserie.
Trevor's ganache, on the appearance, it looks really expensive because he's got probably an ounce of gold. And I think that's way too excessive. Smooth, velvety.
It almost feels like very soft fudge just melting in your mouth. And then you get a tickle of that heat from the peppercorns. Really super delicious.
From a chocolatier's perspective, the texture is extremely exquisite. That silken quality I look for in a ganache.
I like the chocolate. It's so good.
I'm gonna try the creme brulee because it's one of my favorite desserts. When I hit this, I want to hear that crunch. Then you go into it, it's too thin. But taste, very important.
The crust on the top is missing for sure. Otherwise, it is rich, creamy, delicious, and silky.
Unfortunately, the crunchy on the top disappeared, but the texture has been cooked properly.
Try the cheesecake. Nice, even crust, smooth. Let's give it a taste. That's a really good cheesecake. The jelly on top is perfectly set. Great balance of flavor.
I love the consistency. It's a baked cheesecake. I mean, remember, this pipe fitter, plumber, it's not a baker. I mean, can you believe he did this?
Here you are, buddy.